In response to the grades for the first exam, I'm going to make an additional video. I'm just going to go over some selected problems, not a lot. Number 1, it says name 3 collinear points. Remember that collinear means they're on the same line. So we have P, M, and N. So your answer is D. One of the questions that's on the exam is how many points or how many lines go through 2 points? And the answer is 1. One line will go through 2 points. Number 3 is the odd, and so the distance from A to C is going to be the absolute value of -10. So the distance from A to C is 10. Now on the test, it's probably going to ask you about congruence, and you have to show your work, and this is how you find work. So if they say, this is how you show your work. So if they say from A to C compared to C to D, so you have to show 5 minus 6 equals the absolute value of -1, which is 1. So we know that AC is not congruent to CD because the distances are different. Okay, so just remember that, and you have to explain. That's number 3. Number 5, it says if EF is 9x plus 17 and FG is 35 and EG is 196, so you know it's going to be 9x plus 17 plus 35 equals 196. So you're going to add 35 and 17. 35 plus 17 gives you 52. So we have 9x plus 52 equals 196. And then we're going to go ahead and subtract 196 minus 52, which is 144. So you have 9x equals 144 divided by 9. So x equals 144 divided by 9. 16. So x equals 16, and that's what we're looking for. So x equals 16. Now they want a distance from E to F. You would have to substitute 9 times 16 plus 17. So on the test, you're going to have something similar to this. So we have the measurement of angle DEF is 114. So this is 114 degrees. The measurement of angle FEG. Oh, then what are the measures of angle FEG and the measure of angle HEG? So we know that these two angles are vertical angles, so that's 114 degrees. We know that this angle and this angle are supplementary. So the measurement of angle HEG plus the measurement of angle FEG is equal to 180. They're a linear pair. They're supplementary. So we know that the measurement of angle HEG is 114 equals plus we don't know this angle. So to find the measurement of angle FEG, which is right here, we're going to have to subtract these two angles. So you have 180 minus 114. So x equals 66. So this is 66. So the measurement of angle FEG is 66. And the measurement of angle HEG is 114. So your answer is B. Okay, I'll go over 20. So 26. We have R is parallel to line T. And we know that there's a transversal. So they want you to find the measure of angle 6. We know that this is 138 degrees. We know that this is 130 degrees. Okay, these two angles are vertical, and these two angles are alternate interior angles. So the answer to this is going to be 138. So remember that these are alternate interior angles, and these are corresponding angles. So let me see if I can go to another one. 31. Find the measurement of angle P. Okay, we know that this is 150 degrees and this is 150 degrees. Those are corresponding angles. We know that angle P and angle 150 are same side interior angles, and the sum has to be 180. So it's 180 minus 150, which gives you 30. So this angle has to be 30 degrees. So your answer is C. So what you need to understand is that corresponding angles are congruent. You also need to understand that same side interior angles are supplementary. That's 31. 35. Remember, and we're going to read this again. Find the value of x. The diagram is not drawn to scale. We know that 72 plus x, 72 plus x equals 105. So we subtract 72. We subtract 72, so x equals 105 minus 72, and that's going to be 33. So we know that the two remote interior angles are equal to the exterior angles. I'm going to circle these two are called remote interior, and there's your exterior, so 72 plus 33 should be 105. Okay, 37, find the value of x. The diagram is not drawn to scale, so we have 72 plus x. 72 plus x equals 137. Subtract 72, so x equals 137 minus 72, so that's 65 degrees. Once again, we know that these two are called remote interior angles, and they equal to 137. The sum of the two angles is 137, so your answer is 65. Find the value of x. The diagram is not drawn to scale. So we know that this right here is 110. We know this is here is going to be 110. And we know that the sum of the angles is equal to 180. So what you have to do with all these three angles is you have to add. So you have 110 plus 57 equals 167. So you have 180 minus 167. So we know that that angle x is going to be 13 degrees. Remember that the sum of the angles in a triangle is 180. 41, when we talk about parallel lines, we're talking about parallel lines have the same slope. Parallel lines have the same slope. So for 41, we have 5y equals negative 4x minus 5. Divide by 5. And so to identify the slope, it's going to be the value that's next to the x, which is negative 4/5. So we have 5y equals negative 4 plus 2x, and then you divide by 5. So now you know the slope is 2/5. So negative 4/5 and 2/5 are not the same. This is the slope. So if they're not the same, then they're not going to be parallel. So 1 and 2 are not parallel. And what I'm writing in here is I'm writing in slope-intercept form. So you have 5y plus 4x equals negative 1. So you have 5y equals negative 1 minus 4x. You have to subtract 4x from both sides. And then divide by 5, and you notice that the slope is negative 4 over 5. It's the same slope. So that means the two lines are parallel, so it's going to be 1 and 3. So your answer is parallel lines have the same slope. Okay, try to do 43. So we have which two lines are parallel? So you have 6y equals negative 5x minus 6. So you got to divide by 6. So in this case, the slope is going to be negative 5 over 6. You see that? The second equation, we have 5y equals 4 plus 3x divided by 5, and now you know that the slope is 3/5, which is not the same as negative 5/6, so that it's not the same slope. So you have 6y plus 5x equals negative 1. That's in standard form, so you got to solve for y, so you subtract 5x. So you have 6y equals negative 5x minus 1. You still have to divide by 6. This is the one that requires more work. And you notice that negative 5 over 6 is the same as the first one. So line 1 and line 3 are parallel. So your answer is B. So when you see a problem like this in the test, you have to solve for y. Solve for y. Okay, perpendicular slope. 47. What is an equation in point slope form? So point slope is y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. And we want it to be a perpendicular slope. So we know the slope is going to be 4, so it's going to be 1 over 4, negative 1 over 4. Okay, so now to find the equation in point-slope form, all you have to do is substitute. So you have y minus y1. y1 is 5, so you have y minus 5 equals negative 1 over 4, and that's going to be x minus x1, which is 8. So y minus 5 is equal to negative 1/4 x minus 8. So your answer is, it looks like it's going to be A. So number 50, you might see something like this on the test. So it says give the slope-intercept form of the equation of a line that is perpendicular to this equation, which is 4x plus 2y equals 19. So you know that that's in standard form. You know that 4x plus 2y is in standard form, so you're going to have to solve for y. Subtract 4x, so you have 2y, right? 2y. This is gone. Negative 4x plus 19. Next, you divide by 2. So y equals negative 2x plus 19 over 2. So you notice that the slope is negative 2. So the perpendicular slope, instead of having negative, it's going to be positive, and then the reciprocal of 2, it's 1/2. So I'm going to write the formula down here. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So y1, this is x1, this is y1. So you have y minus 8 equals, the slope is 1/2 times x minus x1 is going to be 3. So this is the equation you're going to see in the answer. Okay. It says which triangles are congruent by angle, side, angle. You see this S? This is called the included side. So you got to remember that that's the included side. So this way of proving triangles congruent, angle, side, angle, is the included side. So for example, this triangle we have angle, side, angle. That's the included side. This triangle we have angle, and this angle, and this is the side. So that's the included side. This is the included side. That's the included side. So triangle HGF, and triangle ABC. So your answer is B. So H corresponds with A, G corresponds with B, and the last one, F, is corresponds with and C. So your answer is B. So included side, this is the included side. So angle, side, angle uses the included side. Angle, side, angle uses the included side. So 57, S is the included side. Included side. So this is side, side, angle, side. So this is side, angle, side. So that will be it. This is angle, angle, and this is the included side. This is not the included side, so it's not. This is side, angle, side, side, angle, side. That's side, angle, side. So D is angle, side, angle, side, angle, angle. So that's the included side. That's the included side. Okay, 67. Which three lengths could be the lengths of a side of a triangle? So 12 plus 5, 17. Is 17 greater than 17? That would be false. 10 plus 15, is that greater than 24? That's true. 9 plus 11, is that greater than 22? That's false. 7 plus 6, is that greater than 21? That's false. So the only one that has a two shorter sides greater than the larger one is B. Okay, 77. A triangle has side lengths of 27, 79, and 84. So what you're going to do in the calculator, you're going to go 27 squared plus 79 squared, which is 6,970, and you want to check if it equals 84 squared. It doesn't. So it will be no. It will be no. So it says a triangle has lengths of 27, 79, 49. This is false, so that's not true. Okay, this is saying it equals 84 squared. This says yes, so your answer is no. Okay, 79, remember you have the two shorter sides, which is 12 and 35. So you're going to do 12 squared plus 35 squared, and then compare it to 37 squared. So it says a triangle has lengths of 12, 35, and 37. So you're going to do 12 squared plus 35 squared. It's 1,369 compared to 37 squared. Oh, it's equal, so it's a right. Okay, 81. It says to find the length of the hypotenuse. So remember that this right here is 45, 45, 90. So this is 3 square root of 2. So this is 3 square root of 2 times the square root of 2, which is 3 times the square root of 4, which is 3 times 2, which is 6. So your answer is 6. 83. Find the length of the leg. If your answer is not an integer, leave it in simplest radical form. So this is 45. This is 45, 45, 90. This is 24. So you know that this length is going to be the same as each other, the two legs. So we know that this will include square root of 2. So for me to take that out, it's going to have to be 24 divided by the square root of 2. You can't have it like that in the answer choice. So it's going to be 24 times the square root of 2 over square root of 2 times square root of 2 is square root of 4, which is 24 square root of 2 over 2, which is 12 square root of 2. Remember that 24 divided by square root of 4 is 2. 24 divided by 2 is 12. So the length of each leg is going to be 12 square root of 2. Find the value of the variable. So we know that this is this is 45, this is 45, and this is 90. So we know that the hypotenuse will have the square root of 2. So we have to take that into account. So we have to divide by the square root of 2. So it's 5 square root of 2, and we know that square root of 2 times square root of 2 is square root of 4, and square root of 4 is equal to 2. So the answer to the leg, or the answer to the distance of the leg, is 5 square root of 2 divided by 2. Okay, find the value of the variable. We know this is 5, and we know this is 30, 30, 60, 90. So opposite 30 will be the shorter side, which is 5. The longer side, which is 10. So to find this distance, it's going to be 5 square root of 3. Okay, so to find x, we know that that's going to be a 30, 60, 90. This distance is 11. So the hypotenuse is double, which is going to be 22. We double. And then the length of this triangle, or this leg, is going to be 11 square root of 3.